SNL is live on a very active yet inactive day at NRG. Let's start right off the top.
That's one way to put it.
Let's start right off the top with this injury report. This is a lot of guys that are injured with for the Texans. Now, CJ Stroud officially out. We'll hear DeMeco Ryans confirm that. Kaimi Fairbairn officially out. We'll hear him confirm that as well. But you look at this. Jalen Petrie, concussion, did not practice, did not see that, but there's that. And then you have Nick Chubb with the foot. Not good when a guy who's had lower body issues that is at his age has a foot issue. We'll get into that. Will Anderson doesn't practice. Ed Ingram doesn't practice. Titus Howard, concussion, doesn't practice. And Dalton Schultz was out there, but his backup was not. So it is a very, 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 very crowded injury report for the Texans heading into a must-win game. You can't fall 4 games behind Jacksonville, especially with the hole that you've dug yourself in. But it's almost to the point where if you don't handle your business here, it's a wrap as far as any shot at perhaps salvaging the season.
You're in a very precarious position if you do not beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. You basically have to bet on a lot of teams helping you and the Texans themselves taking care of all the business that they have in front of them, which if you can't beat Jacksonville in this spot, you may not be able to take care of the rest of the business that you have left on this schedule. Look, there's a couple of guys that just don't have a backup or don't have a good backup, or there's a significant drop-off to their backup here. Like, obviously, CJ Stroud's better than Davis Mills. Jalen Petrie didn't even have a backup. There's not even somebody that practices Jalen Petrie's position when Petrie's out. So he didn't even have a backup. It could be a positive for Nick Chubb, or it could all drive us freaking insane. We'll look at that in a minute, I'm sure. I don't even pay attention to Christian Harris anymore. That doesn't matter. Will Anderson Jr., I mean, if he doesn't go, you've got options, but he's better than all those options. And then they may only have one tight end because Harrison Bryant's got a shoulder injury. And unless he was getting a day of rest here on this Wednesday, you may only have one tight end or
Jakob Johnson.
Or you're activating Jakob Johnson, but that comes with a roster move.
Yeah. I think Will Anderson tries to go. I would bet on that. But it's definitely a crowded injury report. Now, DeMeco Ryans, Hardo DeMeco, he says this is no excuse. I kind of agree with him, and I'll explain why, but let's hear from DeMeco first.
We have a few guys who, unfortunately had some injuries throughout the game. Again, it happens as the season goes along. It happens. But great opportunity for a lot of guys to step up and showcase what they can do.
I agree with that, and I think there really is no excuse at this point. And I know some people will say, well, how can you say that? Look, the Texans are extremely blessed the first half-ish of the season to be relatively healthy, pretty much healthier than every team that they faced and healthier than every team in the league almost. Like at a crazy level, they've been extremely healthy. They failed to capitalize on that stretch, which is very rare in the NFL. Furthermore, they've as a result of that, they've given themselves very little wiggle room when it comes to being able to afford a week like this. So they're in this situation, and 2 out of their 3 wins have come against teams that are in worse situations than what they're in right now. So eventually water finds its level. Eventually, like the things kind of tend to equal out in these areas. Sometimes they don't, and you're very unfortunate, but this is where the Texans are. And quite frankly, even when healthy, they haven't looked very good. So maybe this is a situation where, ironically, they find a way to play above themselves. By the way, the Jags are now a 1.5-point favorite. The line officially flipped 3 points with the official CJ Stroud report. So the Jags are now a 1.5-point favorite. But yeah, forgive me for not really feeling sorry for a team that has 2 wins against teams that were more beat up than this.
Played the Buccaneers when the Buccaneers had basically their entire line missing. Played Jacksonville without Trevon Walker in week 3. Tennessee is handicapped by the fact that they're the Titans. Baltimore was missing an all-star team. Seattle was missing two of their best defensive backs. The 49ers were missing, the second team all-star team. And then the Broncos were missing guys. So, yeah, the Texans. And then, oh, by the way, over on Jacksonville's injury report, they're missing the starting guard, their nickel cornerback, their blocking tight end, and one of their star receivers. So, there's plenty of injuries going around that have benefited the Texans, and now the injury bug has now it's hurting the Texans.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where over the course of a season, you're going to have situations like this. You're going to have to figure it out, and that's what they're going to have to do. I mean, we've seen them with DeMeco win games without CJ Stroud and Will Anderson. I think they were both out when they beat the Titans, the game that we've kind of brought to the surface because Davis Mills is getting the nod this time when Case Keenum got it last time. Mm-hmm. Let's hear DeMeco Ryans talk about Davis Mills and his confidence in Mills leading this banged up Texans team.
I've seen Davis grow and truly get better just playing the position, being able to take his time, going through his reads, going through it the proper way. I think I've seen growth in that where he's really protected the football more, made better decisions throughout training camp. I just like the progression that I saw from where we were our first year to where he is now.
He had to get better because they went with old man Keenum instead of him a couple of years ago.
And you actually asked if he was going to go with Davis Mills. I think it was just because we were so surprised when he went with Keenum. I think he was kind of surprised by your question.
Yeah, I mean, he gave me he was like, yes. And he kind of like smiled, like obviously, but also 2 years ago, you didn't go with the guy. Nick Caserio acted like they got Tom Brady Jr. when they drafted Graham Mertz. So like, you never know. It's my job.
Yeah, no, I like it.
We had the discussion before about you should ask this question. So like,
yeah, let's hear him first. He confirms right away that CJ's not going to play, and then he confirms that as a result of that, Davis Mills is going to play. Two-piece combo.
For where we are right now with the concussion protocol, I do not see CJ playing this week.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear. You say you do not anticipate?
Yeah, CJ Stroud will be out this week.
Will you guys go with Davis with CJ down, and Graham will obviously be the backup, I would guess?
Yeah.
There you go. It's okay.
I think as he's saying, yep, he's like, this is the dumbest question they've ever asked me. But I also understand why they're asking it to me.
Yeah.
It was one of those. It was like, why is this guy usually asks the best questions? Why is he asking this?
That you made up that first part.
No, that was what I read his mind. That's what
he
was
did not.
going
No.
Hey, bro, Alpha Aaron here.
Chill out. Let's hear from the starting quarterback then. Let's hear from Davis Mills. Davis Mills, he's going to be basically in control of any hope that the Texans have this season. As excited as Davis Mills can be, because he says he's excited. Does he look excited? Let's hear Davis Mills.
Obviously, I'm ready. That's kind of how I prepare week in, week out. I've always had the mindset that, you could play at any given snap. Unfortunately, what happened to CJ in the game, I got thrown in there, but, that's what I get paid to do. Always be prepared, and it's nice having a full week of practice going into this game to attack this defense and go out there and lead the guys.
All right, so I'm going to do this Davis Mills style because I have an announcement about the next SNL gathering. We are really excited to let y'all know that we will be back at Spanky's twice this month. We've enjoyed hanging out with all of y'all at Spanky's. It is some of the best food with homemade dough and homemade sauces, and we love mingling with the people from the college kids to the OGs all over. We have really enjoyed being at Spanky's. It is one of my favorite places to be, and I will be there Friday with Stutes November 14th and Friday, November 21st. 21st will be extra exciting because it is the day after the Buffalo Bills game, and it will be basically a reaction Monday and a fun time. And the 14th will be fun because we will be looking ahead to two games in about a 7-day stretch. I always get really excited when I go to Spanky's.
Stop it.
So we
Stop
will
it.
see you there.
Stop it. God, you've never made me less excited to go to Spanky's.
What do you mean? I'm trying to sound like the starting quarterback of the team, Cody.
You never go full Davis. You never go full Davis, okay? But in all seriousness, we are pumped to be back at Spanky's.
Yes, we are. Always, for sure.
A
14th, 21st, we're pumped. We got back-to-back, baby. Let's go. We're in together no matter what. We'll see you there.
A week from this Friday, and then the following week after that, after Buffalo. So that's going to be fun.
We'll see you there. It's gonna be
we
fun.
might have to drink ourselves into misery after the Buffalo game, or maybe they've gotten to 5-5. They get to 6-5, beating Buffalo, and
the best thing
start
about
playing the parade.
The best thing the day after Buffalo is that you get to. You don't have to work Sunday. So you basically get the day off Sunday. And then you got Saturday. It's great. It's going to be fun, man. I can't wait. I'm pumped.
I think I might go to Vegas for 48 hours.
Okay. Well, there you go. You should enjoy that. Let's hear more from excited Davis Mills. He's very excited to play quarterback. Let's hear Davis Mills.
Stop.
What? Talking about the weapons on offense. He's very excited about the weapons on this offense.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Obviously, got drafted here with DeMeco back in 21. Have thrown a lot of footballs to him over my time. And then this offseason, when the rookies were new to the team, I got a lot of reps with them in the spring and during camp and built a lot of trust with those guys. So it's going to be good to continue working with them and spread the ball around.
There you go. You can just feel the excitement, man. I'm actually kind of pumped now. What? I'm actually kind of pumped.
There are a multitude of reasons why I think Gardner Minshew is one of the best backups in football. He's the backup for Patrick Mahomes over there in Kansas City right now. He's been the backup a couple different places. But if Minshew was doing this press conference, the level of energy would be a little higher.
Yes, it would. Let's hear some more, though, from Davis Mills, who met with the media. The system. We always talk about the system. How do you feel about the system, Davis?
I wouldn't say challenging. Obviously, learning a new offense. I think this is my 4th in 5 years. There's wrinkles within every offense that are unique to those offenses, but I think big picture, a lot of schemes have some carryover and similarities. I think the big thing that, we're still continuing to do is really find our identity and go out there and put our playmakers in the best position to make plays.
Okay.
If you're trying to find your identity halfway through a season, it's not going to happen, and you need to quit.
This is the
That actually is one of the most telling quotes that we've gotten from an offensive player this season. We're having some fun with Davis Mills because we're all in this together. We're not going to sit here and doom and gloom it all the time unless it's necessary. But that right there, you can find that needle in the haystack of Davis Mills every once in a while because he just told you there is no identity of this offense. They're still trying to find it.
Week 10 of the NFL season. So we'll do some identity checks because we were identity checking Bobby in like week 15 last year. Like the Bobby Slowick, like, hey, the best part was when he was Bobby, what's the identity of the team? Or what are you good at?
Say explosives.
We're explosive. And then Texans Cap ran the numbers and it's like, you're not.
Anytime Texans Cap runs the numbers, it's either going to really help you or it's going to really hurt you. There's no middle ground between it. Like it's either going to really help you, it's going to really hurt you.
Yeah. And so we got an identity check in week 10. We don't know what they're good at yet.
Yes, that is a fact. There is no doubt about that. Now, I thought this was interesting because you asked the question I was going to ask. I followed up because I wanted to get some specifics. So let's just pretend you're the backup quarterback and then you feel like you're going to have an opportunity to go win a game against a winnable opponent. And all of a sudden, DeMeco Ryans comes up to you and says, hey, we're going to go with this guy who can barely walk, Case Keenum, and try to win this game. It's gotta suck a little bit for Davis Mills. You asked him about that, and then I followed up and I just asked him, did that drive you or piss you off or anything?
I wouldn't say I'd feel too different. I've always been confident in my abilities to go out there and lead the team to wins. But yeah, I think I'm grateful for the opportunity. Obviously, there's only 32 guys starting for NFL teams in the league. Excited to go out and do that and have a good game and lead the guys to victory, hopefully.
Was that at all motivating, though, like when they went with Case instead of you the last time they were in this situation?
Definitely. I think it leads you to obviously be introspective, kind of look at yourself and what else I could be doing to really gain these guys' trust and be as confident in my abilities as I am in myself. I think I've worked really hard to prove to those guys that I can go out there and be successful day in and day out. And I mean, I think I've shown that to my teammates as well. So it's going to be fun on Sunday.
All right. It's going to be fun. I believe you.
He's promised us fun. So I better see some damn touchdowns if we're talking about things being fun on Sunday, Davis.
What if they score and Davis does the CJ Stroud dance?
What's the CJ Stroud dance?
I don't know. Whatever the dance that him and Tank used to do, whatever the hell it was.
Oh yeah, the shimmy, the shake, whatever it's called.
Whatever the hell it's called. We sound very, very white right now, but you know, I'm sure there's a hit name for it that we're not getting, but you know,
squabble. Okay,
there you go.
You ain't never hate. Swarm.
Can I pull back the curtain real quick? I think people will find this funny. We finished the Davis Mills press conference. We're getting ready for open locker room. And one of the Chronicle writers that's not Sam Warren walked over to us and said, "Man, you guys, I was hoping you didn't ask those Davis Mills questions." So what do you mean? Like, well, I was hoping to go catch him in the locker room, kind of, just get the scoop. I was like, what? We were going to ask the most obvious questions to Davis Mills, and you were hoping that was going to be like a little 101 for you? It hurt my feelings a little bit. They didn't think we were going to ask that.
That's my boy, though.
So,
I don't know.
If you got a Chronicle subscription, you probably read Jonathan Alexander. Just saying.
Yeah, shout out to JA. Logan Taylor says Matthew Wright's long is 59 yards. Hopefully decent. We talked to him today.
For those of you wondering who in the hell Matthew Wright is, Matthew Wright is the kicker this weekend. He is the practice squad kicker.
Oh, yeah, we didn't mention Fairbairn's out too. My bad.
Yeah, Kaimi Fairbairn's out this week.
Yeah, he's out.
I've never heard of a kicker getting hurt more than Kaimi Fairbairn, but he's hurt again.
I talked about that before the contract. I was like, man, this dude gets hurt a lot.
And so he's hurt again, and now they've got Matthew Wright in there, who's already kicked for two different teams this year. He's kicked for – this is his 8th team now.
Multiple stints, though.
The previous 7 teams, he's had different stops with those teams. Like, I think he's had 3 stints with one team. He's had 2 stints with some other teams. Like, he's been around the block, and he's found himself a nice little niche being the emergency, our kicker's somehow hurt, we got to get you in here guy.
Boys, someone said something pretty funny when I posted his interview. We'll get to it in a sec. We're gonna rank the injuries, the impact injuries. We can play a game that's sweeping the nation. But someone said, how does this guy look 20 and 40 at the same time?
Damn. He's only going to be here like 2 weeks. Why are we catching strays?
He was cool. But yeah, they said, how's he look 20 and 40 at the same time? Timothy C says, I think everyone, it was funny, but it's actually very accurate.
Wait till you see him. You'll see him here in a second.
Timothy C says, I think everyone is over-exaggerating Davis Mills starting. He had no reps against the second best defense in the league. Now he faces a familiar team whose defense isn't as good with reps as starters. Look, they're a 1.5-point dog. It's much harder. He even said today, it's much harder to get thrown to the Wolves, especially against Denver's defense with or without Patrick Surtain, than it is preparing for the Jags. I think anyone with a brain would agree with that. They can very easily win this game. Am I betting on the Texans to win this game? I'm not as uncertain as I was last week when they faced the Broncos. Like, I'm not as uncertain, but I
would tell you, I feel obviously I need to see this injury report that they have play out here, but I would tell you that I feel better about them beating the Jaguars than I have about some of the other games that they've played earlier this year, like in this spot with Davis Mills at quarterback.
Yeah. HDAV says, evening, Landry, Cody, and friends. It's hump day. You're damn right it's hump day. God, you know the only good thing about, you know how I hate time zones? I hate daylight savings time. The only good thing about daylight savings time is that sleep like the week after, man. Like it is lovely. You wake up and it's like, man, oh God, I got 2 more hours. That is the only lovely thing about this BS.
Yeah. And it's already freaking pitch black outside, which is awful.
Garbage.
It's awful. Awful.
Hack says, why do most people think Texans can win this game when we lost to the Jags with Stroud? In what world can this offense do better than we have been?
Fairly valid question. I mean, it's a totally different situation for both of them. They're playing at NRG Stadium. Jacksonville might be without Brian Thomas Jr. and Travis Hunter in this one.
Yeah. I mean, that's a fair question. For sure.
I mean, it's not like Jacksonville dominated their ass in that last game. Like, they beat them 17-10.
I don't know what Rich Boy's saying here. I feel like this is dark. He says, good news. We're 1 bad sack away from the GOAT. Is he talking about Graham Mertz?
He's Rich Boy may have a Mertz jersey.
So Rich Boy's in on Mertz.
I think Rich Boy's in on Mertz with the hope that it will torture me for the rest of my career.
What if he's like the next Tony Romo? I won't say Tom Brady. What if he's like the next Tony Romo?
Well, then people will play the clip of me bitching about him for eternity.
What if he just brings the buzz?
I mean, look, I'm sitting there watching him against whatever that third preseason game they played was. I'm sitting there with my buddies, and he's dicing up whoever they're playing. My buddy goes, I thought you said this guy sucked. I go, I did say he sucked, and he did suck until this game.
Yeah, he had the worst preseason game ever, and then he had like the best preseason game ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to play a little game here.
Okay.
But first I want to say this. DeMeco Ryans, man. He's kind of changed the way that he handles the injuries. It's been a little bit like
open, honest.
Yeah, it's
like
been
everybody else in the NFL.
Yeah, just not being weird. But I want to play this game. I want to rank the most concerning injuries. Like let's play rank the injuries.
Okay, let's pull up the injury report so we can see who's missing here.
All right, so I think we can both agree number 1, CJ.
Yeah, the QB is number 1.
Yeah, the QB is number 1. We won't even include DeMeco Autry and Dylan Horton because I don't think DeMeco Autry ever practices. He's the Allen Iverson of the Texans.
We in here talking about practice.
Just get him out there on field goal block. That's all I care about.
Field goals. That's worth about $10 million a year. Anyway, then I would say my number 2 would have to be Fairbairn. He's their offense, man. And I mean, I don't know if this guy, this right fella, I don't know if he can make 50-yarders consistently, but I do know Fairbairn, at least the scoring territory expands with him. So I guess number 2 has to be Fairbairn. And I'm saying this under the premise, I don't think Will Anderson's missing the game. But I think you can almost make a case that given the fact you have Danielle Hunter, like it's missing Fairbairn with this team is more concerning than Will Anderson.
Well, your backups for Will Anderson are better at their job than Matthew Wright is at his job.
Exactly. That's the point. Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. So just, I mean, a quick little bit here on the replacement kicker. 56-64 in his career, 87.5% field goal, 7 of 11 from 50 plus.
It's not bad.
He's missed 1 under 40, just 2 extra point misses in 45 attempts. And he hasn't hit anything longer than I think 52 in a few years. He hit 59 in 2022.
Yes.
Yeah. So his career long in 2022 is 59.
So, okay, then we have that.
I'm going to go with Petrie as the third one.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think that's fair. They have to completely change the way they play defense. And I also think there's a snowball effect in that Jalen Smith is on IR for the second time. So the notion that you bounce Kamari Lassiter inside is now kind of gone. So
You don't want to see Tremont Smith out there?
I have a problem with Tremont Smith. I just thought that they were finding a new way to perhaps play defense, and now that's gone.
Yeah, so not only do they eliminate their primary style of defense, which is having Petrie out there with two linebackers. So like that's now eliminated because nobody's a 1-for-1 Petrie replacement. One of their third down looks, which was Smith outside, Lassiter inside, Stingley outside, and then Petrie is sort of a roaming short safety, something like that, and Bullock playing center field. That's no longer available to you that they used on third down a few times against Denver because if you don't have Petrie. So you lose two ways that you like to play defense with no Jalen Petrie.
Yes. So then we go Titus, right?
Yes, because
Alton's playing.
Yeah, because the Blake Fisher experience is going to be something.
All right, so there we go. That's really as far as we need to go. Anything else is kind of grasping for straws, but they've already ruled out.
Well, hold on. Who's actually getting Nick Chubb's snaps?
All right, I want to get to that in a second. We're going to have this discussion because I know you want to have it. We'll have it. But first, let's hear from Blake Fisher, the starting right tackle for your Houston Texans, from jumbo to all the snaps. Here is Blake Fisher.
Yeah, how do they get better on that short yardage stuff? Is what I asked Fisher.
I think it just comes down to just us being at our best when our best is needed. That's technique, fundamentals, steps, eyes up. Not ducking our heads and stuff like that. And then just obviously just being physical. That's what you got to do when in short yardage, goal line. Anything where they know we're about to run the ball. Just got to be physical.
Did they do anything right?
No.
Like, I mean, he might have listed every single thing that you have to do to run the ball in short yardage. That was, I mean, I get that he's just covered his bases, but damn, he listed everything.
By the way, if you're just tuning in with us, we're going to be back at Spanky's Friday, November 14th and Friday, November 21st. Be there, be square. We will see you there. Back to the chat.
You ain't never hate.
Swarm.
Kevin R4172 says, I bet Tua wish he had that Mills neck.
He's never going to beat the allegations that he's got one of the biggest necks in the NFL. Like it is a large and noticeable neck.
Correct.
What did that one say? I didn't read that one. Sorry. Go back.
Jake Eubanks, he says the O-line shuffle going to look like what?
That's a good question. Scruggs at right guard because of Ed Ingram down, Fisher at right tackle, Laken Tomlinson at left guard, Arion Terrace at left tackle, Jake Andrews at center, Trent Brown would be active.
Sure. Trey Calhoun 7991 says Davis Mills starting. Finally a chance to showcase that neck beard leadership. Texans are about to go undefeated in moral victories.
Mills should grow like a nice long beard to cover that thing up. People wouldn't know it was so long.
Hack again. Don't forget one of the best wins of the DeMeco era. Good job. Happened because we couldn't settle for long field goals with Kaimi out. $23. Yeah, that offense was a little bit different, I would say.
Also, I'm kicking you out of the chat if you say that it's okay, that it's fine. They got Daria Gumbawale too.
Speaking of which, I want to ask you this with Nick Chubb out.
Potentially missing the game, not officially ruled out.
I'm asking this question seriously. I don't want you to yell at me. Never mind. Let's just move on. Let's talk about TDECU. Shout out to TDECU, the greatness that is. You can get that Texans debit card. All you got to do is go to tdecu.org/Texans. You get that fresh debit card. You get all kinds of perks. One of them is you score 15% off Texans gear with a TDECU Texans debit card. Membership required, insured by NCUA. Cody got it. I'm a customer. I love TDECU. They help you out. So let them help you out like they did us. If you don't want the Texans debit card, you're mad at them, get the Cougs debit card. They got it all, and they got you covered. So tdecu.org/Texans. Membership required, insured by NCUA.
Can even get you, I think, a Bucky's debit card as well, or MasterCard through them. So lots of different perks and things for you with TDECU. Your credit union is not just a slogan. They mean it. They work for you. And I got in there and in and out in less than 20 minutes, getting signed up and becoming a member and getting my debit card. And they printed it right there in front of me. I walked out with it and went and used it right away. So they'll take care of you. 15 greater Houston area locations here with our friends at TDECU.
There you go.
Now you gotta ask this question. You tried to use TDECU to create this, but you gotta ask the question. I'm not gonna get mad at you.
No, you've been getting too mad at me and hurting my feelings, quite frankly. So I don't want to.
Oh, that's rich that I hurt your feeling. That's rich.
I don't want to.
If I had a therapist, you'd be the second most mentioned name.
I don't want to ask this question. I don't want to make you mad.
Ask the question, damn it.
All right, this is a serious question. I'm not trying to be funny. But I assume when Nick Chubb has a foot injury at this age, he's done. Like, I assume this isn't going well.
You think this is like he's Finney?
I don't know. He's had a foot surgery. He's old, and he's had lower body injuries, and it was only a matter of time, quite frankly, that this would happen. But I have a serious question. Does Dare get more run than Marks if Chubb is out? I'm being dead serious, Cody.
No.
So you're saying there's no chance that Dare Gumbawale plays a larger percentage of the snaps than Woody Marks? You're saying there's no chance?
No, I think you
the odds at.
I think you're inserting the wrong name. I think they'll just play Damian Pierce instead of Woody Marks. That's what they did with Braxton Berrios. He was a healthy scratch for 3 weeks, and the first chance they had to have him active, he outsnapped Jalen Nolan, took his job.
No, but I'm being like this. Does Woody Marks?
I'm not screwing around either.
So you're telling me, like, dead serious, you don't think that Woody Marks plays over 50% of the snaps at running back if Chubb's out?
I do not believe they will treat Woody Marks as clear, unquestioned running back one if Nick Chubb does not play. Why would I believe that in them?
No, I know. I find it like I feel stupid for saying this because I have the biggest trust issues with the personnel things. I find it hard to believe that Dare gets more run than Marks. I'm going to say no to this question, but I don't feel overly confident in it.
Dare's still going to be the third down back.
I understand. But
I would be worried about Damian Pierce taking snaps from Woody Marks.
So you don't think Woody Marks plays 51%?
No.
Oh. Okay.
No. Do you?
Yes. I mean, I guess yes. Like I mean, how?
Hold on. I got to pull up my portfolio. I've got some great oceanfront property in Arizona to sell you.
I'll say yes. Like I want to believe this. I want to believe this.
Yeah, sure, that's fine. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that this organization doesn't do what they've done every freaking time, which is throttle back when they should throttle forward their rookie reps. I hope that they don't do that.
So we go in 4 ounces of ACV if he gets.
I'm not making any bets. I'm not making any ACV.
If he gets over 51, come on, this is a fair bet. Nope. If he gets over 51% of the running back snaps,
no,
you take the ACV. And if he gets less, then I take the ACV.
Nope.
Come on. That's a fair bet. That's a very fair bet.
What was Woody Marks' snap percentage last week? I don't want to get caught in
But
something.
Chubb played.
I know. But if I treat Pierce like Chubb, I still got to see what Marx's snaps were. Before I want to have all the information before I entered in. Hell, Woody played 48%.
Okay, so it goes up without Chubb. It goes up, right? There's no way it goes down.
I do not. Okay. In all seriousness,
no way it goes down.
Let's. Chubb played 26 snaps. Woody Marks played 35 snaps. Woody's percentage was 48. Chubb's was 36.
Okay.
In all seriousness, I do not believe they would play Dameon Pierce for 26 snaps in the exact same situation.
No, but they might play Dare more. That's why it's so intriguing, because now all of a sudden they look at Dare as an equal, and Dare they look at as their third down back. So that's the worry I have, is that.
But Dare's been the third down back for weeks.
Yeah, but now all of a sudden he's their RB2 too, so they probably try to implement him more into the game plan. Anytime they have a chance to put Dare in, they do it. That's the whole point of this. I get what you're saying, but that's why it's an interesting bet, and that's why it's an interesting discussion, because, look, I don't know if they see this, and I feel bad for Dare Ogunbowale that he's in this position, because Dare Ogunbowale, again, he's done everything that they've asked him to do, and quite frankly, I think they asked him to do too much. But fans hate him so much. They do. Like, they hate the fact that he's even on the field on offense.
I do not like watching Dare Ogunbowale play offense.
Yes, and they love it. So I think it's a possibility that that all of a sudden it's like a 50-50 split.
Man, that would just be
okay.
Really disappointing.
Okay, so take the bet.
I'm not taking the bet.
Interesting. Make it interesting.
No, I'm not taking the bet.
I'm sorry to y'all, like, about this guy. This guy's an absolute slime ball, and I apologize for it. I'm sorry about this. I'll just do it. I'll just bet air, okay? I'll just bet. Hold on. Let me get this guy off. If Woody Marks does not play over 51% of the snaps, I will take 4 ounces of apple cider vinegar. If he does, my imaginary co-host that actually has balls will drink it. So
the 51's not a good number for me, though.
It's over half. Goodness gracious.
I want a better number.
Swarm.
No Chubb. Time for the Dare Dameon connection. Dameon being here is just as bad as Dare. It's actually worse. He contributes nothing. He's not even a good kick returner. He had 1 kick return, 2 kick returns last year. Darius Aldridge says, if they lose against the Jags, where does the optimism lie the rest of the season? Don't think it would be this concerning midway.
Didn't think it would be this concerning.
I mean, they're done. Like, they're not going to make the playoffs. We're still going to talk about them. We're still going to watch. But if you fall 4 games behind a team that you're chasing, like Jacksonville, who most likely is going to be a wild card team at best, you're done. You're done.
You'd have to go and beat the Bills and the Colts to get most people back inside.
That's a big if.
Yeah. No, I'm just laying out how difficult it would be. And then you turn it into really, the season would probably flip into full-on assessment mode, where you assess everybody from the top down, everybody who's got a contract or wants a new contract, or GM and coach and this and that. You just go to full-on assessment mode.
Logan Taylor says, bring in the British Bulldog.
That worked so well last week.
Jake Ramirez says, I know you guys talk about the old Pats way, but New England has seemed to have it figured out. What changed?
Josh McDaniels went and hired a bunch of people that didn't previously work for the New England Patriots to help him create an offense. I mean, I watched a whole 30 minutes of Chris Sims sit down and talk about Patriots offense and this and how it's, Josh McDaniels is doing stuff he didn't used to do, and he's not stuck in his ways. And he evolved is the word that he used a bunch. He evolved. He got to where he needed to be.
He's a good OC.
Yeah, he's just a really bad head coach.
Yeah, he's a good OC though. 320. The Midnight Munchie guy. He says, get rid of Patriot Way Mafia, Casario the Don. So he's saying get rid of Nick and get rid of anything.
Casario's brought in all his capos and people.
Yes. So let's hear from this new kicker. We know that Kaimi Fairbairn is out. This new kicker, Matthew Wright, he's been around. Let's hear from him.
So you've been on a lot of teams. How do you stay ready for the potential situation you're going to be in on Sunday?
Just like when I'm kicking on my own, just try to make it as stressful as possible, I guess, on myself. Because got to be ready whenever, show up, make my kicks, different settings. So yeah.
What's this week been like for you? Can you talk us through kind of these past few days, getting this opportunity?
Just flew in, met everyone, get out to practice, get comfortable, and just get ready for the game if I'm needed.
How does this happen? Do you just constantly stay ready? You constantly, if somebody's watching for opportunities and you're just ready to go at the moment's notice?
Yeah. I try to treat like each week as if I'm going to play no matter what I'm doing, if I'm at home on my couch or if I'm here. So, just trying to stay mentally ready, stay kicking. Always be ready.
Do you have a preference or a certain approach with the way that the kickoff rules operate and how you like to do things?
Whatever the coach tells me to do. Yeah.
You have that kind of that knuckleball kick in your bag that we've seen some of the kickers use this year?
Just try my best to do what the coach asked me to do, and then hopefully it all works out.
Matt, you've kicked in the league for a long time. What does that do for your confidence, the experience you have? And have you been in this situation before to have to step in for a kicker on a short-term basis?
Yeah. So obviously the first couple of times it's real nerve-wracking. You don't know exactly what to expect, and then you've been doing it a while. It's just you realize it's kind of the same thing. Just stay focused on my job. My job's just to kick the ball. There's a pro snapper, pro holder. Just focus on what I can do.
What is the process to kind of get acclimated to those two components that are key, the snap and hold, as you kind of go through the week here?
Yeah, the only thing is just the timing and then getting the lean on the ball. But, I mean, like I said, they're both pros, so it's usually pretty seamless.
What would you say your range is?
Whatever they ask me to do.
What are you comfortable with?
Whatever they ask me to do.
Matt, is this guy here noted? You won a game for Jacksonville in the same situation. Does that kind of boost the confidence having done this before?
All I focus on is kicking the ball, really. So it doesn't really matter who I'm playing, I guess. Just focusing on snap, hold, kick, making my kicks.
All right, question. Does he look 40 and 20 at the same time? Is that an accurate description?
Yes.
All right, so
you want to go through all the teams he's played for?
Go ahead.
All right. Undrafted in 2019, Steelers in the offseason training camp, didn't make the team.
Why do people hate him so much, by the way? They're hating on him, man.
Why are they hating on Matt Wright?
Hating on Matt Wright. I don't know. They're not feeling him.
Why people treating him like Matt wrong? So got drafted by the XFL, didn't make the Tampa Bay Vipers.
Oh, he got cut in the XFL. Yikes.
Kicked for the Steelers in 2020. Off-season, preseason with the Detroit Lions, didn't make the Lions. Kicked for the Jaguars in 21, where he hit a game-winning field goal in London for the Urban Meyer Jaguars. Kicked for the Chiefs in 2022. Steelers for the third time in 2022. Back to the Chiefs in 2022. Panthers, 49ers, Falcons, and Patriots offseason or practice squad. 2023, kicked for the Panthers. Back to the Steelers for the practice squad / offseason. Kicked for the 49ers, the Chiefs, and the Titans in 2024. Back with the Panthers again this past offseason. And then is this year already kicked for the Titans and the Commanders, and will kick for the Texans this weekend.
Okay.
So Pittsburgh, XFL, Pittsburgh, Detroit, Jacksonville, Kansas City, Pittsburgh, Kansas City, Carolina, San Fran, Atlanta, New England, Carolina, Pittsburgh, San Fran, Kansas City, Tennessee, Carolina, Tennessee, Washington, Houston.
Boy, I got to say this. I mean, it's been a rough outing for Cody today. and he left out the best part of the interview. Alpha Aaron.
I'm not leaving that in there.
Bro,
Nobody.
Alpha Aaron here.
Alpha Aaron asked what other teams he's worked out with this year. And you left it out. You left out the best part of the interview.
Hey, bro, Alpha Aaron here.
So I apologize to the people that Cody is censoring what's actually quality on this.
Censor this.
Let me see. I think I can find it. I think it's on my X.
Nobody gives a damn about Aaron's question about who'd you work out with.
And I just think that's pretty classless that you edited it. All right, here we go. 225. We got anytime there's alpha activity, the people want to see the alpha activity, Cody. Okay? I'm sorry you don't appreciate the alpha activity that goes on.
Hey, bro, Alpha Aaron here.
So here we go. This is what Cody censored out, and I apologize that he did this to y'all.
Uphold kick, making my kicks.
What tryouts have you been on this fall? What are some of you could run down places you've been trying to work?
3 tryouts, I think. Indy, Tennessee, Arizona, I think I was there.
He looks over like, hey, okay. So I'm going to ask you this. Alpha Aaron asked what teams he worked out for because blank. Explain this to me.
Because he's going to put it in his write-up about him, I guess.
Okay. I don't know why you censored that out. It's pretty classless, but
nobody gave a shit.
You ain't never hate.
Swarm.
Specifically me.
Hasdak says Landry thinks they will play the deserving rookie more due to injuries in front of him. Are we sure he's actually watching Texans games this year?
Hack-a-shack.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. James says fire Casserole and those gutless interviewers. What interviewers?
Casserole.
AJH says GM candidates ? I have no idea.
Rand Carthon.
I have no idea. Yame94 says, is Elijah Huzzy supposed to be any good? No.
He went undrafted. I think there's some people in the draft community that were a little surprised he went undrafted, but I mean, he hasn't done anything in practice or training camp or anything the entirety of the year. So it's like I mean, he's got to be so far behind. It's not even funny.
Kevin R4172 says, I think I see that dude at the Kentucky Derby.
Race car.
Talking about Matthew Wright, right?
Yeah, he's talking about Wright. I'm
He's
guessing
talking about riding a horse or chilling in the gallery.
I think he's talking about being a jockey.
Oh, okay. Is he little? He wasn't huge, was he?
He looks short in the way that we shot it. He's listed as 5'11".
Oh, yeah. So I'm 7 inches taller. Yeah, it's a tough angle.
Yeah.
It's a tough angle for sure. But yeah, I got to peep that scene on that. What this guy's working with. By the way, DeMeco Ryans, he insists, and I thought this was interesting. He insists that he's been kind of helping all over the place when it comes to offense, defense, special teams. I don't know if this is a good thing for him at this point, but this is DeMeco Ryans' insistence that he's been involved in everything.
As a head coach, I've been involved in all phases of our team, whether it's defense, offense, special teams, just being able to lean and give my advice where needed. So just trying to help everybody out. At the end of the day, everything falls on me. You know, what we're doing, everything is offense, defense, special teams, all falls on me as the head coach. So, you know, I thought we've done a good job, you know, collectively. I've been able to help out in a lot of different areas. But overall, you know, we've dropped some games I feel like we should have had that we just got to go out. We got to coach better. We got to play better, all starting with me.
Starts with him. I don't disagree. I will say this. It's kind of interesting. You can make a case they've gotten worse every year under DeMeco. Right? I mean, he inherited the number 2 and 12 pick in the draft. got two of the two best players in the draft, best cap situation in the league, and every year they've gotten worse. They had a good first year, then the offense just kind of faltered. I know they went just as far, but it was a much less effective operation. And now this year, make a case that if you were power ranking the best years, it's 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, but I'd argue they got closer to beating their opponent in the second round of the playoffs than year 2 than year 1.
Yeah, but that's, I mean, okay. Like, I guess, like if you want to measure it that way, which team do you think was better?
I mean, obviously the offense was much better in the 2023.
Yeah. Much better. Perhaps could have figured out. Kansas City's just not really blowing fools out either.
Yeah, I mean, it was almost a tie game at the start of the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
If the kicker made the extra point.
Yeah. So I think
below 50 degrees, so he couldn't do that.
DeMeco eventually figures it out. So, I mean, or he's going to have the opportunity to figure it out. So hopefully,
yeah. I mean, it's just like, it's one of those things where I understand him, you know, going up there and he's got the ability to say it's my fault. It's on me. Like, okay, well, when it comes blame game time, like they're not moving on from you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's easy to say without describing. It's almost like we got to be better. It's the same thing. Like the equivalent of the word execute when it comes to NFL coaches, it's just like pleading the fifth during a trial. Like it's an empty admittance of innocence or guilt, like however you want to look at it. But the word execute is the equivalent of getting cross-examined and pleading the fifth. There's no substance to it. You're not saying anything. And the answer is obviously much deeper than what actually comes through your lips. And he's not the only one who says it. Everyone says it. Right. It's a lot of times it's just empty. Random looker 6792 says Lawrence, cash emoji, Broncos, firework emoji, CJ, XI emoji, and then guy shrugging. I don't know what that means.
I got this.
Translate this for me.
Random looker is intimating that Trevor Lawrence put a bounty out on CJ Stroud.
Oh. Now that's a theory right there. That's a hell of a theory. Now, my question is, why would Sean Payton have someone else put a bounty out for somebody? He's not really, I mean, he's never really needed someone to do that.
It's the workaround. It's eliminate the paper trail from hit to him.
Speaking of workaround and paper trails, I had to work around a bunch of scumbag turf guys when I wanted turf in my backyard. And as far as the money, they were trying to rip me off. They were terrible. They were awful. It was discouraging. And finally, I found Texans turf. Dan and his team, they did their thing for me. They can do it for you. Whether you live in the biggest house in town, if you want a full soccer field, they got you covered. If you want a full putt-putt course, they got you covered. If you just want a playing surface, they got you covered. They got me covered, and it was perfect. It was awesome. It's customized. The drainage is there. They put some thought into the job. They don't half-ass it, and they are the best in the game. It can be stressful to shop for turf because a lot of times these guys think once they arrive, you're going to give them the business no matter what. That's not how Dan treats you, and that's not how he handles his business. You go to TexansTurf.com and look at all these awesome jobs they've done, and they did mine as well. If you want to get in the turf game, this is the perfect weather for it. It's awesome, and I can promise you, no more mud, always green, always clean, and Dan and his team, they go above and beyond. Go to TexansTurf.com. Let Dan do what he did for me, for you.
Schedule that free estimate, TexansTurf.com.
There we go. Kevin R4172. He said, Landry, I miss the slime off. Can you bring it back on here? He's talking about the old segment at 610, the slime off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, would we be able to basically you just pick 3 guys who are slime balls for whatever activity? Like, you would win this week for turning down bets for the people. and then and there's other things, and you just vote for it. I don't think we need the slime off here. Cody's always the slime ball, so
Okay.
nobody's gonna win. It's always gonna be Cody. So the slime off is kind of done. Yeah. By the way, Trey says that he gave his dog away today. I could use a win this week, but I'm not holding my breath.
Did you give your dog to a Jaguars fan? Because he might get a dub. That wasn't a joke. I was just.
Was his dog just misbehaving?
I can't imagine why you would have to give your dog away. I'm sure you have good reason.
Don't just let Trey have his moment, Cody. See, this is what I'm talking about with the sliminess.
I said I'm sure you have a good reason.
Come on. It's all right, man.
Grown up, he can do whatever the hell he wants with the dog.
It's all right, Trey. I'm here for you.
The Texans aren't, though.
If the injury report holds up, Cody asked this question. Is it worse than Baltimore's injury report from a few weeks ago? No. Not even close. Not even close. Not even close.
What was Baltimore's missing? Their best defensive lineman, their best linebacker,
Kyle Hamilton,
their best defensive back.
Yeah.
Their best corner. And then what were they missing on offense? Fullback, and
left tackle,
and their left tackle.
Yeah, they're Pro Bowl caliber left tackle, and their two-time MVP quarterback.
Okay. The Texans are missing quarterback 1, running back 1, right guard, right tackle, tight end 2.
Come on. Now they have a tight end 2?
They put him on the field. What do you want me to say?
You've been saying they don't even have a tight end 2, and now all of a sudden when you're trying to make a point, they got a tight end 2.
They put him on the field. What do you want me to say?
Yeah.
Their best defensive lineman.
He's playing, though.
Again, if the Wednesday injury report holds, that's the caveat. I guess I go slight edge to Baltimore, but it's close.
Yeah, I think there's a bigger drop-off from – I'm not saying this in a bad way, but there's a bigger drop-off from Lamar Jackson to Cooper Rush than there is C.J. Stroud to Davis Mills.
Correct.
Yeah, so if Lamar Jackson's out, Baltimore's basically screwed.
Yes.
Like there's no – and their defense isn't good. Like the Texans have a really good defense with or without Will Anderson.
At least Baltimore brought a guy to the game that had scored the previous week. The Texans aren't bringing anybody that scored the previous week.
We didn't factor in Fairbairn, though. Notice how disrespectful you are towards kickers, especially guys who score.
You didn't let me finish the exercise. You just said, no, it's Baltimore. That's a question, fat boy.
Was that a South Park impression?
No, it was you 3 minutes ago.
No, I think the Texans got a shot. I don't know. You seem to be out. You're completely out. It's done, right, for you?
I mean, I haven't made my pick yet, but I'm not leaning towards picking them.
Okay. It's fair. It's fair. For sure.
I didn't pick them against the 49ers, and they went out there and smoked San Fran, so.
Yeah, it's fair. San Fran, I mean, you could bring up San Fran. San Fran's was worse than the Texans, right? Fred Warner, Bosa, Ayuk, Pearsall.
Yeah, but Mac Jones is almost as good as Brock Purdy.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Their quarterback situation was better than either of the other two quarterback situations we compared to.
Trevor Lawrence said that Mac Jones texted him after they traded for Jacoby Myers and told him how awesome he was. So I guess Mac Jones is trying to give him the heads up.
Oh, they play together in New England, I guess.
Yeah, 3 years. The other thing I think is interesting is, and this is just going around the division. So does Sauce Gardner play in London this week?
I think so. He practiced today.
Damn. So what a lot for him. He has to go from New York to Indy. He's got to move. You know that his game room probably, or he might keep a place in New York. I'm not sure. But his game room has got to be like a lot because he's like a big stream guy. And then he's got to go to London. Damn. So this is his second London game, right? Did he play when the Jets played the Broncos? He was healthy, right?
Good question.
Yeah, so I think this is Sauce's second London game.
I bet the people of London love them some Sauce Gardner.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the name, he's got the personality. He's been on all the commercials.
It was Jets versus who?
Broncos.
Oh yeah, he played in that game.
Yeah, so he's playing in London twice. It's almost like he's a Jaguar.
Yeah, damn it, you beat me to it.
It's almost like he's a Jaguar, but he's not. Sauce Gardner. All right. On that note, sorry about Cody today, guys.
Sorry about what?
About not taking the bet.
You're handing me a losing bet. I'm supposed to just accept a loss?
No, I don't know.
I'm not doing that. No. When's the last time you drank something on this fucking show?
I win bets. Wait, wouldn't I? I think I was supposed to if Nico had 70, wouldn't I? Didn't they bully me into it at Spanky's? Did I not pay off on that?
You had to do something. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, I'll drink the ACV tomorrow. I forgot about that. I got to pay off. Unless you want me to do it right now, I can go get it real quick. It's up to you.
Nah, do it tomorrow.
All right, we'll wait till tomorrow. We'll be good. Yeah, I forgot about that. But that was just being nice to the people because they bullied me into it. Like 70 yards. Come on. That was just a thought. But hey, it's okay. You want to make a try bet? 3 reasonable ingredients for drinking or not?
No.
What 3 reasonable ingredients would you pick? Can't be a bodily fluid. Don't you hate pickles?
Yeah, I despise pickles.
All right, so I would go 2 ounces of apple cider vinegar, 2 ounces of pickle juice.
You trying to kill me? Why is apple cider vinegar always in there? Can we get off the apple cider vinegar?
2 ounces of Frank's Red Hot pickle juice. Frank's Red Hot pickle juice, and then 2 ounces of 2 ounces of apple juice.
So apple juice, Frank's Red Hot pickle juice, and apple cider vinegar.
Yes.
Okay.
Don't do.
If they beat the Bills, I'll do it.
Okay, you heard it here first. Spoiler alert. Just like the Ravens last time, the Bills injury report is going to include
further. Now, here's the thing: I'll be watching that freaking Bills game the previous week, and I'll probably watch Josh Allen's head fall off, and then the Texans will get to play whatever slapdick they got as a backup.
So there you go: pickle juice, apple cider vinegar. There you go. If they beat the Bills, all right. Appreciate everyone for rolling through. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to like. Be sure to ride along. Be sure to always remember when it comes to this Texan stuff, we're all in it together.
Eat good, sleep good, be good. We'll talk Texans again soon. Thanks for watching, everybody.